Hello guys, and welcome back to another class of our course about learning Excel for data analysis. So until now we did the data extraction for our database, the basic one and the advanced data extraction. Right now it's time to create our dashboard to be able to put all our data really beautifully on this dashboard so we will be able to see it. So you guys should have your database somewhere here. Use the same sheet. Then what we'll do, create another sheet. As you can see here, I have a sheet that is dashboard, a sheet that is sheet 3. So let's go on dashboard. So the first thing we'll do, we'll create something that looks like this. So it's very simple. I'll create another one right next to this one. So select a couple of cells and simply, let me just show you, simply put them together and click on merge cells as center. Then simply write down basics, and then under it you'll simply take some cells, 4 cells, so 4 by 2, merge those cells. Then it's gonna be 2 cells by 2 cells, 1 cell by 2 cells to write down man, woman, and then it's gonna be 2 by 4. So as you can see, you will have a little thing like this, and then you will have to leave a space like this, especially for to let a place to be able to add the graph. Alright, so we'll start with the number of men versus number of women. So the first thing we want to do is bring our data here. So to bring the men data, so simply click on equal. We'll come back on our sheet 1, go to our answers, and here, so our first exercise was to extract the data of the number of men. It's gonna be here, so we simply select the right case and we click on enter. So I just imported the number of men's, and each time I refresh the page, well, the number of men's will refresh. We'll do the exact same thing for the number of women's. So we'll take it, it's gonna be here, and we got it. Next thing we wanna do, we wanna have it more presentable, so we want to create a chart for those two things. What we'll do, we'll simply click on insert, select those 2 cells, click on insert, and recommend the chart. Then you can choose the chart that you want. You can have a chart like this, you can have a chart like this. For the purpose of this exercise, I will use a chart like this, which will be really, well, way easier to understand. And then you can modify the name of the chart, you can add more features. Here we go. Alright, so as you can see, each time I refresh my data, well, the chart will automatically adapt, and I will have my number of men here, my number of women here. Right, so the next thing that we want to look for is the average age, which is there. So logically, we don't need this much space. We'll create something really smaller. So once again, we'll take this little thing here, we'll write down average age, and simply select, let's say, a couple of cases, merge them, and write down equal, and select the average age. Alright, so here we go, we have our average age, which is here. We can't really do a graph for our average age, but we still have it there. We can make it bigger if you want to. Once again, creating a dashboard is something that is very personal. Right now I'm doing just something basic to be able to show you the data, how we'll present it. Alright, the next thing that we want to do is import our third question, which in this case was the number of each profession. So how many workers how many people work in each profession in this database. So how we'll do this the exact same way. So first thing, we'll select our cells, write down our question, number of persons in each profession or sector. Alright, so next thing we want to do, we'll simply merge 2 cells for each answer. Once again, you can use 1 cell, you can use 3 cells, really up to you. As I said, it's something that is very, very personal. If you don't have enough cells, simply insert other cells. Here we go, we have our 6 cells. Alright, next thing we want to do is simply copy the name of the professions. So come back on our sheet 1, we have all the names here. So what you can do is simply select them, copy them, and then paste them. As you can see, in this case, we had a small problem with it. We will fix it. Alright, and then you simply copy them. And the last one, general work. Alright, so next thing you guys want to do is simply click on equal and add the answer of to each of our questions. So simply do this for the 6 professions. Alright, perfect. So when it's all done, next thing you guys want to do is create a graph for all this. So first thing we'll do is simply delete this cell because we don't need it. Then select all this and create a graph for... Alright, so in this case we'll use this graph right here. Once again, you can use any graph that you want, but in this case we'll use this graph right there, simply to alternate the graphs. After that, you can change the name of each thing, so this way you will be able to, well, to name it the right way. Alright, so when it's done, next thing we'll do is simply answer the next question. So as I said in the beginning of the course, the number of persons per area was exactly the same calculus as the number for each profession. So we just didn't, we haven't done this question in this database, but you guys can do it on your own. Once again, it's not hard to do, it's the same calculation. Alright, next question that we will answer will be the average income. So as you can see, we have a small place here. We can add it there. So average age, average income. All right, then simply click on equal and we'll come back here and select the average income. Once again, we can put it in dollars. Alright, so next thing we will want to answer to is the average value of a car. So once again, it's just one answer, so we'll do the exact same thing. We'll add it down there. Then simply click on equal and we'll be back here and select the amount of the average value of a car. So we have it just there, as you can see. All right, next question, the number of persons with debts higher than a certain amount. So once again, since it's just one answer, as you can see here, we'll add it somewhere there. So we'll do the exact same thing for the 2 last questions. question was the number all right. And the last question was number of persons that have more than X amount left on their mortgage. The number of persons having then a certain amount all right, and once again we'll simply click on equal and look for those peoples there. Once again, don't forget to put it in general. So what you want to do now is simply adapt your dashboard. Here we go. We'll just change the graph because I don't like it. We'll use this chart instead. All right, amazing. Perfect. So as you can see, we have all our charts here. So right now, as you can see, we have our basic dashboard. Well, the dashboard for our basic data. So the next thing we want to do, guys, is add the dashboard for the more advanced data. So we'll be able to evaluate this data. So we'll do this in the next class.